I am not a fool, but I pretend to be a fool, in order to fool the fool. And just when the fool thinks I am a fool, I will expose the fool, and show him that he is the fool. A man should be like a child with his wife, but if she needs him, he should act like a man. The most beloved of people to me is he that points out my flaws to me. Let not your love become attachment, nor your hate become destruction. We were the most humiliated people on earth, and God gave us honor through Islam. If we ever seek honor through anything else, God will humiliate us again. Women are not a garment you wear and undress however you like. They are honored and have their rights. The less attachment to the world, the easier your life is. Sit with those who love God, for that enlightens the mind. Sit with those who have sinned and repented, for they have the softest of hearts. The best way to defeat someone is to beat him at politeness. Do not grieve over what has passed, unless it makes you work harder for what is about to come. No amount of worrying can change the future. Go easy on yourself, for the outcome of all affairs is determined by God's decree. If something is meant to go elsewhere, it will never come your way. But if it is yours by destiny, from you it cannot flee. Whosoever shows you your faults is your friend. Those that pay you lip service in praise are your executioners. To speak less is wisdom, to eat less is healthy, and to mingle less with the people is safe and serene. He who wins through fraud is no winner. Learn dignity and tranquility. Be dignified, honest, and truthful. No amount of guilt can change the past, and no amount of worrying can change the future. Sometimes the people with the worst past create the best future. Get used to a rough life, for luxury does not last forever. My heart is at ease, knowing that what was meant for me will never miss me, and that what misses me was never meant for me. Patience is the healthiest ingredient of our life. Do not put off today's work for tomorrow, lest work accumulate and you achieve nothing. May God bless the man who says less and does more. To be alone you avoid bad company, but to have a true friend is better than being alone. Don't forget your own self while preaching to others. Do not be an arrogant scholar, for scholarship cannot subsist with arrogance. Acquire knowledge before you become leaders, and pride prevents you from learning, and you live in ignorance. Acquire knowledge and teach it to people. When one's intention is sincere, God will suffice his needs, protect him, and guide him in his dealings with the people. Remind yourselves of God, for it is a cure. Do not remind yourselves of the people, for it is a disease. God loves moderation and hates extravagance and excess. Doing good for a good done to you is simply repayment, whereas doing good for an evil done to you is a tremendous virtue. The wisest man is he who can account for his actions. As long as you are pure of heart, you speak the truth. Avoidance of sin is lighter than the pain of remorse. Hold on to your salah, because if you lose that, you will lose everything else. Islam will be destroyed by the mistakes of scholars, the arguments of the hypocrites who misinterpret the Quran to support their views, and misleading rulers. Taqwa is not by praying all night and fasting all day, but rather it is abiding by the commands of Allah and staying away from His prohibitions. Do not depend upon the morality of a person until you have seen him behave while in anger. I fear the day when the Kafir are proud of their falsehood and the Muslims are shy of their faith. The less of the world, the freer you live. Earning livelihood by following some profession is better than living on charity. If a person has 10 habits out of which 9 are good and 1 bad, that bad one will destroy the good ones. There is no goodness in people who don't give advice, and there is no goodness in people who don't like to be advised. Trust is that there should be no difference between what you do and say and what you think. That which you do not wish for yourself, do not impose on others. We are a people whom Allah gave might and glory to through Islam, so we will never seek glory through anything else. The death of 1,000 worshippers is easier to bear than the death of a scholar who has knowledge of what Allah has permitted and forbidden. On every dishonest man there are 2 watchmen: his possessions and his way of living. Praise Allah, for by praise His blessings multiply. Fear Allah, for He alone lives. All other things are liable to perish.